Hey guys, so I'm going to give a quick update on this here. Got both cylinders off, and I ended up having to take the motor off and all that kind of stuff like I was talking about yesterday, which, you know, wasn't too bad, but just little tiny bolts and stuff, trying to get a hold of them, you know how that works. But anyway, so yeah, that's off, and so now I just need to pull the cylinders out, replace the seals, and put them back together and put it all back together. But so yeah, this video is not really about this. This is pretty boring stuff, really. And so I have some questions. I want to ask you guys what you think. Before I get started on that, I was going to show you guys this. So Matt at Shut Your Face Garage was telling Sick Eric about this guy's site. So I ended up looking him up on Facebook, and he's got he does work that's just off the charts. I mean, like, unbelievable. And so I was looking at this stuff here, and he's got these little wet sanding blocks, and the definition of what I was thinking was glass and his definition of glass is like probably a whole lot different. But anyway, he sells these blocks. These are I forgot what they're called, but basically it is a color sanding block, and this is what he uses to get the quality of cars that he has to glass, basically. And so they come, you get looks like 4 blocks, and they come in these smaller ones, flex to the contour or whatever you're sanding, and comes with this book that tells you basically how to do it, how to sand, what grits to use, and the whole deal. I'm not going to tell you guys all that stuff. If you're interested, you can get on his website. And this right here is pretty awesome just to have that information. But I paid, I think, right at $50, I think, for these little blocks, which you probably make these. I don't know how you would, but whatever. I mean, somebody's probably doing it. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. And so I'm going to put these up before I lose them. Put them in my little sanding with my rest of my blocks, because I tend to lose things, and it gets expensive having to buy stuff over and over again. So anyway, so to the question that I was gonna say, so I got some reality wake-up calls over the last few days about these vehicles. My dream was to pro tour this car. I wanted to mini tub it, wanted to slam it down, have it, you know, LS motor, blah blah blah. Well, I got a big wake up call. As much as I'd like to be rich, I'm not, and so for me, it would probably take me, you know, and I'm almost 50 years old now. 5 months from now, I think I'll be 50 years old. And so it would take me too many years to drop the kind of money into this car that it would take to do what I see on the internet. You know, some of the cars they're racing on tracks and stuff like that. They're, you know, Camaros and stuff. The reality of those cars are they're anywhere from between $50,000 and $200,000, depending on what you do to them, how much you want to drop into them, and all that stuff. Where I got the big wake-up call was I started thinking, I put all, you know, everything together, thinking I was gonna mini tub this and do all this stuff. So I get to looking at DSE, because they seem to have one of the best products out there for the mini tub deal, and you know, that's kind of a big deal to me. I want to mini tub this. I love the look of it. And you know, you still got your back seat. You just have to narrow the spring a little bit on the back seat to make it work. And so I got to looking at it. Well, the mini tub kit when you do this, you got to put your springs inboard. You change your shock mounting places and all that kind of stuff. And so for just the basic mini tub kit, it's about $400 or $500. But if you buy all the rest of it, it's going to cost you $1,775 or $1,750, something like that. Anyway, so you're gonna have $1,700 in it, and that gives you pretty much everything you need to mini tub it. Well, then I got to thinking, okay, well, then you got to have, because I got a 10-bolt positive tracker end in this, and I don't really want to stick with that. I'd like to have something maybe a little stronger that would handle more horsepower. So, and I thought also, I'd like to maybe do a little bit deeper dish wheels. Well, that requires a narrowed rear end. Okay, well, rear ends are anywhere from, at least the ones I've been looking at are, one of them's $3,600, and I'm not even sure that comes with everything. That doesn't come with brakes and everything. I mean, it's just like the freaking rear end and So I'm getting a reality wake-up call real quick. You want to go with the 5 or 6 speed transmission? You're looking at $5,000-ish. LS Motors, man, the sky's the limit. You can get whatever you want. You want an LS7 crate, GM, it's going to cost you about $18,000. I don't have that kind of money. Don't see having that kind of money anytime soon. So the reality is I could start this car, I could get the mini tubs, probably get the rear end, everything set up, and that's going to be slowing me down right there. I mean, of course, then I could go ahead and get the, kind of pedal at it a little at a time and get my quarter panels and roof panels and all that kind of stuff. It's really not too expensive. This is wore out. The front end of this is wore out. I have to get all new front end. Well, now the latest greatest, tubular A-arms and all that stuff is so expensive, and then your coilover stuff is expensive, like ridiculously expensive. And then wheels and tires. You buy, I want to put 315s on the back of that with those mini tubs, and so then you got to have wheels. Well, I was going to run 18-inch wheels on it with 315s and that type of deal. Well, you're looking at thousands and thousands of dollars. So I got on the line today and started looking, and like I said, I found between $50,000 and $200,000. Some of them even more than that, depending on how extravagant they got. So I don't know if in my lifetime, with what I make between me and my wife, that it's even a reality to go into that, try to build that kind of car. I just don't have that kind of money. I'm real happy with what I've done with my life as far as being a firefighter, but obviously we don't make, millions of dollars. It just doesn't happen. So to spend $100,000 on a car, $200,000 on a car is just not reality for me. $30,000, $35,000, that would be closer to reality. Although I still, at this point, I still don't have that. So then we focus to this. Well, I got to doing all my homework on it, got on site, looked up all the body panels and everything that I would need. And for about $6,000, I can put a little bit of a lift on this to clear the 33-inch tires that I want to run, and I can damn near replace every body panel on this truck. Now, that doesn't include paint and whatever that I'll do myself, but that's replacing all the sheet metal. I'm talking about the whole floor, everything that needs to be replaced, for about somewhere around $6,000, which now we're talking a little bit more my reality range. I would like to have about $10,000 to $12,000 in this truck and have it done. You know what I mean? Have it nice and driving and, all new bushings and everything like that. Because then I think I could probably flip it if I wanted to sell it and end up getting $20,000 out of it, or, depending on how nice it is, maybe a little bit more. So that's kind of where I'm at. I said my reality set in on this. Another option is I could keep it the way it is, just go ahead and buy the quarter panels and the roof panel and start on that and do all the body work just like I did the last Camaro, drop the 396 back in it, put my Muncie 4-speed back in it, maybe upgrade the wheels and tires a little bit, but you know, ensure it's going to be worth, you know, $20,000-ish or somewhere in that area, whatever they're bringing now. But I feel like I'm going to have quite a bit more money wrapped up in this than I will this. So yeah, I'm kind of torn, going back and forth. This is going to be a monster project. I mean, literally, you know, every panel on this has got to be touched. All this stuff is all rusted through, and so they make replacement. They make a whole panel, but they're like $1,000 a side. Well, I don't want to buy that. I can literally cut in through here and cut this lip out, or just cut this lip out and figure out how much until, you know, till the rust holes are gone, which looks like that's a rust hole there, so it's up higher than that. But anyway, once I get in there and get this all cut out, then I can come inside and clean out the rust from the inside or whatever. But anyway, yeah, this whole truck is just rusted all to crap, but they make every single panel for it. I've even got different doors for it. You guys have probably seen them over here. I bought these doors for pretty cheap. They do need a little bit of fixing on the bottom, so I have to, you know, do that. But they're in a lot better shape than these doors are. These doors are just completely trashed. There's holes all up underneath here, holes here, holes up here. I mean, it's bad. Floors, holes everywhere. The whole bed's rusted. The kick panels are rusted up, you know. So I figured all that stuff in, replacing all these parts and welding them in, all that kind of stuff. I could get away with it, like I said, for about $4,000 plus. I figure a couple $1,000 for tires and a lift. I don't really want to lift it very much. I just want to lift it enough to clear the 33s. And you guys seen that I bought those wheels over there. Those are 1610s. So I think my main problem will be when I turn, if I hit a bump or whatever. Those taller tires are only going to be a little bit taller, but they may end up hitting here, so I'd have to have a little bit of a lift. Plus, these springs and everything are super old, so they probably need to be replaced anyway. And I know it needs all new bushings and probably needs new ball joints and all that kind of stuff. So I figured when I took the body off the frame, I'd go ahead and replace all the brake lines, all the fuel lines, all that stuff. Clean, and maybe even have this frame blasted, and then come back and you know, epoxy it, and then maybe do some kind of paint over that and make it nice. So you guys let me know what you think, and what you'd rather see. You know, what would you rather see me build? Would you rather see me build the Camaro? Would you rather see me build the old Chevy truck? You guys have just watched me build a Camaro, so you know, if you're tired of watching that, this might be a change, or would be a change. But this is going to be a lot of work, and it's going to take a lot of time. Not that this isn't. This is going to take a lot of work and a lot of time too. But this, to me, is going to take a lot of money, a lot more money than that's going to take. Just the wheels for these. If you buy some like nice wheels, like Forge Line or some of those, man, those things are like just absolutely insane. It's like $4,000 for a set of wheels. You know, and I know you can get cheaper wheels. You can get, you know, whatever. You can get weld wheels. You can get Combo Pros, but this is kind of old school. You know what I mean? And if I was wanting to go with a newer style, newer look, you usually want to change up your wheels and make them, you know. But a lot of guys like the old style look, you know. I still like it, but I've just really fallen in love with the new Pro Touring type stuff, which, you know, maybe a fad will may go away. But I have always loved that. Never not loved that. And that is kind of what I'm going for. That's a full tub right there. But you figure the mini tubs just make it look so nice when it's tucked under like that. That car's awesome. And it's, shoot, that's probably what they were building, you know, super popular Pro Street back in the 80s or whatever. But that look to me just never gets old. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. New sign up there. So yeah, I'm rambling now, but I thought I'd make a quick video. Not yet, hell, this ain't even quick. Looks like 15 minutes. I keep talking. But man, I had no idea. This LS stuff's going to cost ridiculous amounts of money. That needs all new wiring. This needs all new wiring. And so I'm watching my money go quick, and I haven't even broke into it yet, but I'm just sitting here watching it just, holy crap. Almost 6 grand in the rear end alone, just a mini tub, and put a 9-inch Ford or, you know, Curry rear end or something like that in it. Just that quick, gone. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it. Tell me what you think, and I'll talk to you next time.